Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nneka, your favorite LocDHoney. In this video, we're gonna be doing a get ready with me. I have an interview today, and as I was starting to do a mental checklist, I was wondering if everybody do the same thing that I do to make sure that I stand out and is likely to get hired. I decided to go ahead and share some of my tips for you to stand out in an interview. I mostly apply for creative jobs, so if you more of a creative, this interview process might work for you. I've already gotten dressed. I did my hair. I kind of cheated a little bit. I only did a few rows up front because it's not time for me to retwist my whole hair, but I do want to look put together for my interview. I want this video to be focused more on things you can do to stand out in your interview, so I'm just kind of going to be talking and doing my makeup at the same time. If you guys would like a video of the step-by-step routine, I can share that with you. Go ahead and leave the comments below if that's what you would like to see. Alright, let's get started with this process, y'all. Alright, so first off, I want to just kind of tell you guys a little bit about my work history. I started in the retail industry in 2010. My very first job was a supervisor position. It was for Maidenform at a kiosk in the center of the mall. I just want to have a fangirl moment real quick. I met Jermaine Jackson at this job. Yes, Jermaine Jackson from the Jackson 5. From the kiosk position, I was recruited to be a supervisor up at True Religion. Wait, let me take it back. I'm gonna give you guys a quick testimony about walking in your purpose and how that worked out for me. I was going to the Art Institute. I actually started off at the one in Sacramento and then transferred to the one in Hollywood. When I started going to the Art Institute, I went there for animation. I really wanted to be a part of the Pixar family, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yes, that's what I want to do. I want to create cartoons. How do I get started? So me and my dad started to look up schools that I can go to, and we came across the Art Institute. Y'all, I was that kid that would sit in my room and just draw out cartoons that I liked. So while I was at school at the Art Institute for animation, I was taking all like my prerequisite classes, like your maths, your English. And then when I transferred to the North Hollywood location, actually, I did start taking some core classes at the school in Sacramento. I took a live new class. And then transferred to the Art Institute in North Hollywood. I started to take my drawing classes. I took a computer class. That was my favorite part. But I did not like drawing those huge... Anywho, while taking these classes, I just wasn't like motivated in school anymore. I didn't really want to be in animation anymore. I couldn't figure out why, like, you know, I just wasn't motivated. After going back and forth on like what I want to do, okay, reevaluating things. If you're not interested in drawing big old pieces and working for Pixar anymore, what are you going to do, Nneka? So I decided to go to the fashion marketing industry. Now, when I tell y'all things start to fall in place, it's crazy. Like I said, I got recruited to True Religion, and then I end up getting an internship for a celebrity stylist, which I later turned on to be her full-time assistant. I've also worked for companies such as J. Crew, Target, Kenneth Cole, Levi's. All of my roles I've had always geared towards something that I was passionate about. With all my experience, I have a pretty good ratio of getting the job or getting offered a position that they thought I was better fit for. I most likely didn't take that position, but I did get their attention. I did stand out to them. I made an impression and they wanted to keep me around. Alright y'all, so let's get into these tips. So first and foremost, even before the interview, you want to make sure that you apply for a company and a job title that you are actually interested in. From my experience, it's not only important to like the company, but like the roles and responsibilities that you will be taking on from the company. For instance, I love Target, y'all. I love Target. Matter of fact, this shirt that I'm wearing to my interview today is from Target. I'm a faithful customer before and after I even worked for Target. But if I applied to work at Target as a cashier, no shade to the cashiers, I probably wouldn't be interested in the interview. So I applied to be a visual merchandiser. That way I am still doing something that I love. I don't know about you, but I can tell when I go to a company and the employee do not like working there. Another tip that I have to say is to do your research. Now when I say do your research, I mean exactly just that. When I'm interviewing for a job, I look for the company's history, when they were established, do they have multiple locations? If they have multiple locations, where was the first location and how many locations do they have? Now I am going to mention this because you probably are like, what is she doing to her face? This method that I'm doing, I'm putting on the contour before I actually put on my foundation. And I learned this method from my little sister. I also seen that Jackie Ina does this, and I've been doing it for a little while, and I actually like it because I'm not really good at contouring. And if I put too much on, I can build up on top of it, so that way you can't really tell that I put too much on, right? Makes sense? Yeah. But in your research, you also want to know, like, what's the company's tagline, right? What are some of their values? Do their values line up with your values? That's important to know. You want to know if their values line up with your values, because if they don't, you don't want to work for the company. Trust me, the more research you do on the company and the more you know about the company will not only impress the interviewer, but it will make you feel more comfortable in the interview. You'll feel confident because you know the company. Hold on, y'all. Let me catch up on my face real quick. It is 12:32 and my interview's at 2. Give me a second. As I mentioned, this video is more directed towards people in the creative field, so dressing the part is really important. You don't want to be in like super dull colors. If there's any fellas watching this, your pop of color can be a bow tie or the color in your pocket square. For the ladies, you guys have so many options. You can wear a pop of color of shirt and a pop of color of your pants. Say you wear all black. You can make your lipstick the pop of color like a red. Something you also want to do is make sure that you accessorize. Accessorizing is so important, but you don't want to overly accessorize. So you can have a statement necklace. Having one statement piece, it just says something about you. Another tip is make your resume visually appealing. When applying for a creative job, you want to make sure that you have subtle things that say, I am a creative. So making your resume visually appealing is one of those things you can do. For those who watch Legally Blonde, you remember when they were stunned from looking at her resume? You want those kind of reactions.
You have a resume? It's pink.
And it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra.
My favorite thing to do is to print out my resume on textured paper. It just makes them take a second look at it. This is my resume up close and you can see the lines in it, the texture that it has. The last thing I want to say to y'all is just breathe. After all your research, trying to make sure you have all the right information, trying to remember all the facts about the company, you want to just breathe. You have done all the hard work. You've researched what you can research. You can only remember what you're going to remember. This can only go two ways. Either they like you or they don't. You either get the job or you don't. Don't be too stressed out about the outcome. Because if they like you, stressing out is not going to be helpful in the interview. I hope this was helpful. Hopefully this makes you more confident and you succeed at your interview. This is my final look. I did a soft glam makeup look. My hair is half up and half down. And then I wore this 3-piece necklace. I paired my rust orange color top with my black J. Crew bottoms. And topped it off with these pointed toe Nordstrom flats. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content like this, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. That's all that I got for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next video.